Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have shared my screen. Kindly acknowledge if my screen is visible.
Yeah, we can see your screen, madam.
Yeah, thank you for your response, people. So in today's session, we'll be discussing about the summary of the week 8. So have you just go through any videos in week 8? Okay. All right. So do you all know week 7 at least? Am I audible, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then what we have discussed in week 7? Yes.
Mostly about the dictionaries. The concept of
In that we have discussed dictionaries, right? Like, let's say if the same people are from, let's say the person has scored physics mark as 80. So how many people have scored the same mark? Or let's say if the person is from Chennai, how many people are there from the Chennai? So this you would have discussed in week 7, right? Am I right, people?
Yeah, we were discussing about these keys and values in the dictionaries.
Yes. So this is said to be the key, and here this is said to be the value. Let's say from Chennai, there are 8 people. So Chennai is the key and 8 is the value. Okay. So this is similarly, we can have the multiple keys as well, right? Like the people are from Vellore, Bangalore, and etc. So we'll have all these things. Okay. So this is what we have discussed in the previous session. So this is what we have discussed in the previous session, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So week 8 consists of the same, as well as we'll have the dictionary list inside it, which means let's say uh, previously we have just mentioned this, the people are from Chennai and how many people are there. That's what we had, right? So now what we can do is we can just give what are all their roll numbers or the card number or the sequence number. Let's say the person with the sequence number 10 is from Chennai, and next is of 26, and next person is of 19, something like this. So here we have a dictionary inside which we are having the list as the values. Okay, list is
So,
values.
those the items in the list, they are the sequence IDs, right? So of the students who are in Chennai.
Yes, we are writing the sequence number of them. So previously we have just taken the count and we have just given us the value, but here we can just take their sequence number just to understand who are all there. Okay, so here list is taken as the values. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let's take an example here. Okay, yeah. Next is of resolving the pronoun with its equivalent matching noun. So here what they'll do is, this lecture is completely of, let's say they have to take the pronoun for its equivalent noun, which means let's say we are taking Ram. What can be the pronoun used for this person? Do you all know what is the pronoun?
Yeah, he's
Okay, his, then,
him
yeah.
or he.
Yes, okay. So for he, we can use his or him. Similarly, for name Sita, for which we can use her or like for she, right? Okay. So now the question is it possible for us to use the dictionary keyword to resolve this one? Okay, let's say we have a set of words, right? So what will we try to do is, first we'll check for the parts of speech. So let's say the parts of speech is pronoun. So what will we do?
It's
We can,
part of
yes, we can have two bins, right? So one is for noun and the other is for pronoun, is it?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm checking the parts of speech. If it is noun, what I can do? I can just add it in this bin. That is noun bin, which means in the dictionary I can add it. If the parts of speech is pronoun, I can add it here. What if the parts of speech is adjective?
You skip over it, like you don't.
Yeah, we can skip that iteration and we can go ahead with the next element. Let's say I'm taking the fourth card. So fourth card is noun. So what has to be done?
Check for the existing and then add it to the existing bin.
Yes, which means I'll just try to add it in the noun. And then let's say the next is of adverb.
Yeah, if
Then,
there is no list, then create a new list, add it to it.
yeah, so far we are just trying to check only noun and its pronoun, right? So we don't have a bin named adverb, so we can skip this iteration as well.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Ma'am,
So similarly, yes.
there can also be like a noun with an adjective. So we know that
How it
that
can be noun with adjective?
like like the blue sky or something. Like if we're talking
No. Hold on. I'll just show you the sample data set. So of course you might have gone through the data sets, right, so far?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this particular
Yeah. So let's see if I'm taking the word card one. So you can see the parts of speech is pronoun. They're taking word by word. Okay.
okay,
And we'll have a letter count of that word, right? So here we cannot have two words more. I mean, like more than one here.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, similarly, we have a it here, which is of pronoun. So we'll put it in the pronoun bin. Okay, and then we'll go ahead with the next element. So we'll check. It's a verb. Should I add it in a bin?
No.
Yeah, we cannot add it. So what will we try to do is, we'll just go ahead with the next element. It is a noun. So what has to be done? Yes.
Add to the bin.
Yeah, we have to add it to the noun bin. Then I have to check with the next element. Here it is noun. So
That's right.
Noun bin.
yeah. So again in this bin I have to add the noun. Okay, so this is how we are trying to create the two bins initially. Okay. Yeah, you can see in this video as well, people. First, they'll check for the pronoun. So, what card number it is? It is 0. So, next word is of verb. So, if it is verb, do we do any process? No. So, next we'll skip with the third card, which is of noun. So, they're taking the card number as 2. And next is of 3, and next is 4. So, meanwhile, like parallelly, we are checking for the noun and the pronouns. So if the parts of speech is the other one, we are just skipping that words. Okay, is this thing clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so by this way, we would have got two bins. One is of pronoun with some numbers like 0, 9, 11, 27, and 40, and noun with 2, 3, 4, 10, and all these values. Okay. So next, what we have to do is it's a ordered list, which means let's see, what does mean by ordered list?
Maintains the order of the item. Maybe. So,
Yeah, exactly. So let's say I'm reading the first sentence, then I'm reading the second sentence. I'm not changing the order of it. Similarly, here also they're taking the in same order, right? So initially first is a pronoun and its corresponding noun, like 2 and 3 are taken. Then next is 4 is pronoun and sorry, noun, and 9 is a pronoun and 10 is its noun. So it's like sequence order, right? So we are not changing the order. So we are saying this is an ordered list. Okay, it is in sequence as well as it is in the ordered values. Let's see. Yeah. Someone. Okay. So next what we have to do is, so we have to check which has its relevant pronoun. Let's say if I'm taking the 4. So I have to take only pronoun cards and noun cards. So I have to map it accordingly. Okay, let's say if I, let me just take an example here. Yeah. So here can you see? So first is of 0. So can that be referred to any of the values? We'll check. No. So we have to check for its nearest values. So for 0, it's 2, 3, 4. Of course, it's like it and name and all. It is of same thing. So we are ignoring it. So next pronoun is 9. So we have to take its nearby noun. So either it can be 4 or 10. So we have to check for the cards from that. Is that clear? Okay, I'll take the cards here. I hope that would be better example. Okay, so what are the cards are there? So initially 0 is a pronoun, 9 is a pronoun, 11 is a pronoun, right? And the verbs, nouns are 2, 3, 4, and 10. Let's take this example first. So here, I have to check the corresponding one, right? So 2, 3, 4 are different words. So 4 is of Swaminathan. And how about 9 is, what is 9th pronoun is? His, which means it's obviously referring the person Swaminathan. So 4 and 9 are related. Okay, so 4 is a noun, its pronoun is 9, like that. So next is 10. So 10 is a noun. And 11 is a pronoun. Does this refer to the 10? Whether his refers to the eyes? People, is my question is clear?
In the first sentence, since the his lies in the first sentence, so that is a part of the first pronoun technically. But since this he might not be might not be a part of the first sentence, since it's not a part of the first sentence, so this he might not, we cannot count that, right?
No, we can, right? Because he refers to, it's irrelevant, we have to check its noun. So this, he refers to the Swaminathan, right? Because this whole concept is completely of Swaminathan, based on the Swaminathan's activities, right?
Okay. But there is another noun, right? This
Yeah, but
Idinagan
that
that
is-
comes in.
that is eyes. Is it relevant to it?
No.
So we cannot take that, right? So 10 cannot be related with 11, but the 11 can be related with 4 because it is about his. Is that clear? Because we have to take the pronoun with its equivalent matching noun. So the similar way, I have to check with all the elements, like for which we are getting the values. So my question is, I mean, is this clear, people?
Ma'am, so you're just associating the noun with the pronoun in the sentence.
Alright. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's the question as well. Like that is the topic as well, right? So we have to solve the pronoun if it's matching or the, I mean, like the equivalent noun. So we have to check for if there is a his. So of course it refers to the Swaminathan, or if there is any other noun that comes before that, it is related to that. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so by that way, we are keep checking the values and its equivalent, I mean, like it's matching nouns as well. So if it refers any of, if it refers to any girls, so there will have the pronouns like she or her, something like this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that is what is resolved in this. So next is yeah. So dictionary can be used for binding. Is it true or false?
अरे मुझे वो पता है ये बस ये पता है ये वाला है ये WAST
Actually, this dictionary can be used for binding, right? As I mentioned earlier. So let me take two dictionaries. So first dictionary contains the pronouns and the other dictionary contains the nouns. So these two, let's say I'm taking a separate dictionary for a noun and a separate dictionary for a pronoun. So by this way, I can be able to take bins, right? So this dictionary can be used for binding as well. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the value is true. And does the method used in this lecture, is it helpful in finding the pronoun for its corresponding noun?
Ma'am, sometimes there can be like different nouns and it might not be talking about the same. It is helpful, but sometimes it might not be talking about the same.
Yes, but it is not always, right? So only, and at some cases we'll get the accurate results, but not always. So what can be the answer here?
No.
Yes, the answer can be no, because we cannot always say that it is, it will give only the correct, because can you see the numbers like 9 and, yeah, do you remember 10 and 11? So 10 is referring to the eyes, but the 11th pronoun is a his. So we cannot say that his is corresponding to eyes, right? His refers to that guy who's like the guy named is Swaminathan. So we cannot say it is always giving the correct answers. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So once the dictionary of pronouns and nouns is created, then there is no need of iterations. So after creating the dictionary, Did we do any iterations?
Yes, to check whether if it's a noun or a
Yes.
pronoun.
So for checking the corresponding noun, let's say I have taken his. So I have to check whether this his refers to whom, its previous word or its next word. Let's say, is it about eyes or is it about Swaminathan?
The previous.
Yeah, similarly, let's say if I have to take he. So he refers to his or Swaminathan. Of course, it belongs to Swaminathan. So I have to do the traversal even after creating the dictionary. Okay, dictionary just says it contains the pronouns and the next containing the noun. So after taking the pronoun, I have to traverse through the noun to check whether it is its irrelevant, it is its equivalent noun or not. So even after creating the dictionary, we have to do the iterations. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how many iterations are required to create a dictionary with keys like adjective, pronoun, and noun? How many iterations are required to create a binding?
It's a single iteration, right?
How many iterations?
In single
Okay.
iteration, we can find all the items. Adjective, we put an adjective bin. Pronoun,
Okay.
we put a pronoun bin.
Okay.
Noun, we can put a noun bin. But if
Okay.
you
So
serve on coming, we just cancel it, right?
yes, actually, we can just do only one iteration. Let's say we have a dictionary of elements. So what I will do, I'll just check the first word. Does it belongs to adjective? If yes, insert it here. If not, what I have to do, I have to check with the pronoun. If it is pronoun, I'll insert here. If it is not pronoun, what I have to do, I have to check with the noun. If it is noun, I'll insert here. If it is not noun as well, then what will happen?
Just
We
move
have
it
to
to
just
another bin.
exactly. We have to skip the iteration and we have to go ahead with the next element. So I'll check the next element. If the next element is adjective, I'll insert it here. Okay. Then I have to go ahead with the next step. I have to take the third card. If this is belongs to noun, I'll insert it here. So by this way, we have to keep doing it. So how many iterations are required here?
Only single iteration, one only.
Exactly. Only one iteration is enough to create different dictionaries or different builds. So in addition to this, I can just create the adverb also. Or let's say if I have to create a verb, for that is also possible. Or once we have to create any article, for that also this is fine. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So next is dictionary comparison to find the common elements in them. So that is here they would have taken the example of the trains. Let's say the person has to travel from uh, Chennai to Kolkata. So there is a possibility that there is a straight train is available. That is one possibility, right? People, am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am.
Yeah. So what are the other possibilities?
We change the train to stop.
Yeah, we can just find some junction from where we can find the one more train to move. Let's say from Chennai to I can move to one location. Let's say it's let's name it as X junction, and from X junction to I can just go to this Kolkata. So this is one possibility, right?
Yes.
So I have to check. Let's say the common point has to be there for this first train and the second train. So that I can be able to, and I have to check for the locations whether it is going in the correct direction. That also need to be checked. Is this clear?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain this
So,
once more?
yeah, sure. So let's say if you want to move from one city to another city, how many ways are possible?
So there should be two ways, right? So you
Minimum
can,
two.
yeah,
Maximum can be anything, right?
yeah. I mean,
Let's
there can be maximum number of.
Maximum how many?
Yeah.
Yes, which means let's say if you use a Google map to go from your place to somewhere else also, it will show you multiple ways. So of course we'll choose the shortest path, or based on our convenience we'll choose the path, right? So similarly, let's say I'm going in a train. So I have to move from city A to city B. So what are the possibilities? There can be a single train which will take me from city A to city B. This is one possibility, right?
Yes.
So that is the straight train possibility. What are the other possibilities?
So this person can go through another route where there is a junction, and
Mm-mm.
he can catch another train, that travels
Yes.
to this city
Using
B.
junction, he can use two trains also, right? Which means,
Right.
let's say, from A to, he'll go to some city named F, and from city F to city B. So for which what we need to do, we have to take two trains, and in two trains, what I have to find? Unique
That
elements
both
or
of
common elements?
Yeah, that they both are in the same station on the
Both
same
is
Yes.
name Kolkata. Same.
Yes. So from A to, I have to see some, its destination can be C, and its starting point can be M, let's say. So its starting point is somewhere else, its destination is somewhere else. So what I have to do is I have to take two trains and I have to find the common point. Okay. So after finding F as the common point, I can just take that as a junction. From there, I can just board the another train. From there, I can just go to the city. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am. This is clear.
Yes. So this is what. So here, what are we doing is, so A train have a multiple stations, right? It's not that it has to stop only at A, F, and C. It can stop at A. It can stop at X. It can stop at Y. It can stop at F. That is multiple stations, right? Even the local train will have minimum 5 to 10 stops, right? Am I right, people?
Right, right. Exactly.
Yeah. So that is what we are taking as a dictionary. So let's say the train one has a dictionary which has the set of this the stops. And similarly, train two will have the different set of stops. So what I need to do is I have to find the common point in both the train dictionaries. Is it
And so
clear,
here,
people?
in this dictionary, so train becomes the key and the values become station. The stations become the values, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we need to pick those values which are in intersection of both the dictionaries, right?
Yes, let's say the dictionary, one state and another state, and then I have to like one
Yeah.
location, it's train data set, and the another train data set. I have to check for the routes, and I have to make sure that it should go from A to. I have to, if I'm getting down at F, and from F I have to go to the. I have to board the train which reaches the B. B can be one of the stop, or B can be the destination also. That doesn't matter, but it has to go through the city B. That is the case. Is that clear?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So by this way, we are finding the common elements in both the data, both the dictionaries, and then we are trying to take that as a junction and we are trying to reach it. This is clear, right?
Yes.
Good. So next is so now going ahead with this MCQs. So what is the first question? Select the correct statement based on the lecture. So what is the correct statement here, people?
So the
Yes,
second is
everyone.
correct. So the second is correct.
Okay.
So this third one is also correct. No, the stations are the list of values in one of the dictionaries.
Third one also correct.
But yeah, third one is also correct. Stations is one of the dictionaries. So fourth one is wrong. List of values. Fifth one is correct. No, fifth one is no, fifth one isn't correct. Sixth one should be correct.
Okay. Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these are correct only. The train number can be. Do you remember that we have a stations dictionary and then the train dictionary, right?
Uh, okay. Yes.
Let me just show you an example here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can you see here? So the first is of station dictionary, in which we have train numbers and then their arrival departure days. And next is of this last. Can you see this one? This last one. So what is present here?
It's the train number with the
We have
station.
the train number as well as the station values, right? So train number is here, and at what time, and then the what are the stations it is going with.
The station
Is
values,
this
right?
clear? Yeah, station name and their values, and here this is of train number for each station. So now tell me which can be the correct here.
Okay, so all the last, except the first one, everything should be correct, right? So because
Yes.
there should be, we can find dictionaries for stations and trains as well.
Exactly. So that is why we can just say that all the answers can be correct. Is this clear, people?
Yes.
Okay. So next is given as consider the dictionary uh in discussed in the class. There is Trainwise and status station wise. And what will be the value of the variable d after the execution of the following pseudocode? So we have to take the train wise that is 12260.
12,059. 259, sorry.
12260. It is 12260, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I not able to find
I
that
think it's
chain? This is a 5 9. Okay. Yeah, here it is 12260.
Yes.
Okay, so what they have mentioned is in which I have to take the train-wise one. So all these are stored in B. So what they have mentioned first of two. So what is in the B first?
Yeah, it's Bikaner, right?
1 minute, people.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, people.
It's okay.
I hope I'm audible now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption, people. So what they have mentioned is I have to take the 12260 in Trainwise. So this is done. So here I have Bikaner and Dungargarh, Ratnagar, Sadulpur, Luharu, New Delhi, and it is going till Calcutta. I mean, like Kolkata. So what I have to do is I have to take the first of B, in which I have to find the station wise. So what is first of B?
Bikaner.
Bikaner.
Bikaner. So I have to go to the station wise. I have to find the Bikaner. Yes. So here what they have mentioned is last of C. So what is the last value here?
12,022.59.
Yes. People, do you all remember these words like what is meant by first of, what is last of,
Yes, ma'am. Clearly.
rest of,
Drop.
and in it of? What is rest of?
Ma'am, the first leave the first one and the remaining part is called rest.
How about in it?
In it means the
Keep.
leave the last one and the remaining part is the in it. Leave the last.
Yes, exactly. And how about this last of?
It's the last number that we have removed in the in it.
Yeah. So this denotes the last element and this denotes the first element. And the rest of means leaving the first element, all the other elements are taken. In it means leaving the last element, all the other elements are taken here.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that clear? Okay. So here first of is 12260 and last of is 12259.
Yes.
Okay. So the answer here is 12259 will be the answer. Is this clear, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is consider the procedure. They have given M and N as the parameters passed to the procedure. So what is the condition for which the procedure returns the true? So procedure check of M comma N. So A equal to 0 and B equal to false. So for each I and trainwise of M, we have to take for each J in trainwise of N. If I is equal to J, what they are trying to do is they are trying to add the elements. If A is greater than 2 means B is B is toggled to true. So which of the following answers can be right? I mean, like when the B will become true. Because the question is, what is the condition for which the procedure turns true? So for which option the B will be true, people?
Um,
When
B,
the number
B
of
option.
stations between M and M are more than 2.
At
At least,
least 3.
at least 3.
Yes. So we should have at least 3 stations, common stations in between. Okay, because only if it is 3, you can see that let's say 3 is greater than 2. This is the minimum condition, right? Maximum can be 10 also, but this is the maximum condition. Generally, we doesn't know how many trains can have at least common stations, right? So minimum is 3, which means at least is 3. What is the difference between at least and at most?
At
So
least means we can take the number that we have given and we can take take the higher number from that number. At most mean we can take the number and the below one. It's called at most.
Yes. Okay, which means lesser than 2.
Yeah.
At least means greater than 2. Okay. You can
Least
take
should
a
all,
simple.
but at least should also include greater than equal to 2, right?
Yes, greater than or equal to 2. Because minimum has to be 2. It has to be
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you can take example for at least you can take your parents. So if you ask your parents for 500, some parents will give you like 1,000, you can just keep it. Or let's say if you're asking for 300, surely they'll give minimum 300 or more than that. Like they'll round off and they'll give it as 500 also, right? So that happens or not?
Yes, sir.
Of course, that happens, right? So you can just take, let's say if you're asking for 300, you'll get minimum 300 or you'll get more than that. That is 500 is also possible. Some parents will give even 1,000 also, right? So you have asked for only 300, but you're getting more than that. So that is the example of at least. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, great. Yes. Okay, so next is procedure to find the relation among the customers based on their spending patterns, which means in the shopping bills. In case of shopping bills, what are the possibilities are there? I mean, like, what are the items are there?
Yeah, they first we have the name of the customers, and then we have the name of the stores that this customer visits to, and
Okay,
the items that customer purchases in the given store.
yes. As well as what category it belongs to is also mentioned, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
If
whether it
it's
is
in
apparel or is it a toiletry, something like that. See, we have got the store's name of the person, item, which category, and what quantity, what is the price, and what is the total cost. So these were all comes under the shopping bill, right? So in which, how to find the relation among the customers? Based on which one you can be able to find it, people.
so you can do binning, right?
Binning of
So
what?
binning
Using
of stores, you take, for instance, Big Bazaar or SB stores, and then you can find the frequency of customers who visits these stores.
let's say here the question is how to find the relation among the customers based on their spending patterns. So based on which you'll say they are spending more or less. Because we cannot say this one shop contain all the items, right? One shop can contain some items, and the other shop can contain the stationery items, and the other shop can contain the snack items, something like that. So in that case, how to find whether or a shop can contain all the items also? Then how will you find their spending pattern?
Same item buys the customer.
Okay, based on their customers, what we have to split with?
Spend the item.
Yes, what item or what category that belongs to. Based on that, we can just classify it, right?
Yes.
Is it clear to you all? Or you want me to repeat?
No, ma'am. Clear.
Everyone?
Yes.
Great. So that is what is of the second like procedure to find it. Okay. And yeah. So next is of activity 4. Okay, so here it is mentioned as items in the procedure that accepts a card as a input from the shopping goods data set. So it returns the dictionary with the following keys. So keys are apparel, food, toiletries, utilities, and the household. The value corresponding to the key K is in the dictionary is the number of rows in that card that have K as a category. Can you able to understand this question, people? Okay, I'll just give 2 minutes of time. Just read the question and tell me what did you understand, okay?
Yang kita gue sedikit lagi nana. Ya,
So, does this procedure tell us that how the dictionary call this customers who have bought who didn't buy a certain item?
Then the default value will be taken as 0.
Yeah.
Otherwise, whatever is the values you are present, we can just take that. Yes, Ma. Has everyone go through this question?
Not understood. The K word, why
Yes,
K
ma'am.
K is coming. K, I don't know what is in the below structure.
Yeah, these are the options.
Okay, so third one won't be true in any case because A must be empty dictionary to begin with. So that won't.
Okay.
That's anyway eliminated.
Okay.
Be second, right?
Second, sorry. Yeah, because the second one has to.
Initially,
Okay. How you are saying it's second option?
initially we put all the items in 0. Then we
Hmm.
will state which item, which category of item, the card number coming. So we will add the quantity. So
I
we
mean,
Yeah.
no, I mean the second option shouldn't be correct, right? Because A to begin with, A should be an empty dictionary, right?
But what they have already mentioned is if the item, like we should have the keys as apparel, food, toiletries, utilities, and household. These keys should be there. And then we have to take the categories like whatever the items they have purchased. If not, we have to make it as 0. So if I give it as an empty dictionary, what will happen?
Okay, so
These
it will,
may
yeah.
occur as a key, it may not occur as a key, right?
Okay, so if we begin with an empty dictionary, so let's say if we check out for the first option, so here A is an empty dictionary to begin with, and for each row Y in X item list, so here say we are checking with the apparel thing or something. So for
Okay.
every, so for this customer who has purchased some apparel in the item list
Mm.
apparel, so if
Okay.
is key A, so
Mm.
A is this person,
Empty
right?
dictionary.
Yeah, okay. It may have that key or may not have that key, right?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it may
Yeah,
have a key as apparel or it may not have. That is also a possibility.
yeah,
So that's
because
why
by
we are
category,
not creating an yeah.
yeah,
So that's
by
why we are
category.
not creating an empty dictionary. Instead, we are just creating the dictionary with what are the items are required, like apparel, food, toiletries, utilities, and household. And they have also mentioned that if the key is not present in that card, we have to mention it as 0. So they are initializing it with 0. If the category is present, the value gets incremented. Otherwise, it will remain the same 0 itself. Is that clear?
This this is clear.
Madam, question, I got doubt, madam. So question itself, I
Yeah.
cannot understand. So here what they're telling, the value corresponding to key K means what here?
Okay. So they have a items, which is the name of the procedure. We are taking the card X, which means that it can be of any card. Okay. It returns a dictionary with the following keys. So we are taking a dictionary. So in that dictionary, we should have apparel as one of the key and food as the another key. And then toiletries is the another key. Utilities is another key. Household is the another key. So we should have all these 5 keys. Okay. The
Okay.
value corresponding to the key K, which means let's say apparel is one of the key. Similarly, we are taking key in this dictionary is the number of rows in the card X that have K
So
as a
here
category.
they meant just mentioning like X dot item list, like that they're telling key K, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. Just I'm just searching a key in the program. So okay.
Yeah, these are the keys.
Okay, understood. Okay. So
Okay. Yeah,
so
please.
so correct option is
Option B.
so here we are creating with 4 dictionaries. Sorry, one dictionary having the 4 keys and
5 keys.
5 keys, and the category is may or may not be available. So may or may
Yes.
not available. If available,
If it is
it will be
available,
add.
we have to
It,
increment.
it will be increment. A
Yes.
value will be increment, right? A,
No,
A,
no. This 0 is incremented to 1. Can you see here?
yeah,
A
yeah.
of Y dot category, which means for apparel, the value has to be
So
incremented by
maybe
1.
which key it will be coming, that key will be, the value will be increased. Instead of 0, it will
Yes.
1. Okay.
Yeah, this is what they are giving. So A of key means whatever the previous key has to be incremented by 1,
1,
which has
1.
to be stored again.
Okay, okay. But first option, it always it will end because they are not here. They are not creating the
Keys. So
keys,
actually the
so
thing
it will not
is,
work
let's
out.
say, yeah, because the cart can have only 2 items. That is only food and the utilities. Okay, in this case, how many keys I'll have?
2 keys.
Yeah, but what is the required one? I want 5 keys. So
Mm.
that's why we are not taking the option A as the answer. Is it clear to you all?
Dictionary should initially have 5 keys.
Yeah, because if I didn't give any key, it will check. If it is not a key, it will add it. There can be one more possibility that it can be of food, utilities, and let's say there can be one more category as stationery items, let's say. For example, and for the instance, I'm taking this. So now how many keys are there?
3.
Yeah, we have 3 keys, but we need to have only these as the keys, right? These 5 should be a key in that dictionary. But if I just give it as an empty dictionary, it will have food as one key, utilities as the another key, and stationery as the another key. But stationery is not required at all, right?
So the question is, if the category of items specified in the question are not in the card mix, then it should return the value 0. So
Yes.
yeah, okay, got it, madam.
Is it clear to you all, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. And here is the next question. There will not be any side effect in the above procedure. Side effect in the sense of, let's say I'm just making some changes that will affect the upcoming steps. Let's say I'm creating a dictionary. So instead of giving the, let me take this example here. So instead of giving it after the procedure, let's say I'm giving it in this step after loop. What will happen?
It will give back me the same dictionary, right? With all the items being 0.
Yeah, so every time the A is reinitialized, isn't it? Let's say previously I have stored food as 2. Will that be taken here now?
No.
Exactly. So here we have an issue that it is not giving the correct answer. So we have to use the correct positions for the code, right? Similarly, let's say here I'm giving us, let's take a list here. And instead of using the list fully, I'm just using the rest of. So will this list be affected or not?
Yes, it would be, because then you are taking, you're excluding the first thing, right? The
Yeah,
apparel thing. And yeah.
exactly. What if I give it in the loop?
Okay, then it returns only, then it counts only then it gets, I mean, A gets incremented only in those fields in which food, toiletries, the utilities and household are mentioned, not the apparel.
Yeah. So first time the apparel will be eliminated. Next time the food will be eliminated. Next time the toiletries will be eliminated, right? Because I'm giving it inside the loop. So will it affect the list or not?
Yes.
Yes, it
I'm
would.
giving as list is equal to rest of list. Now will this affect the list or not?
It will.
Yes, this will, because you're
Of
excluding the
course,
first element. Yeah.
yeah, every time I may, let's say if I'm giving it inside the loop, then every time the first element gets eliminated. If I didn't give it within the loop also, anyway, we are making some changes. Then will I be able to get this original list?
No, you'll be
No.
getting an empty list, right? At the end.
Yeah, at the last only one element will be there. Again, if I use the rest of,
Yeah.
the list
You'll get
becomes
an
an empty. So previously, let's say there are of 10 elements. Now, at the end, it will be of empty list, right?
Empty.
Yeah. So this is what we'll say it as a side effect. Because I'm making changes purposefully, like I'm just making the list. I mean, like, I mean to say is I'm just making the changes in the list. Every time some element gets eliminated. Similar with init also. What is the usage of init?
So the
Will
last
remove the
element gets
last.
eliminated.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if I give it within the loop,
It will remove all the elements from the. Look, mean is
similar to rest of, every time the last element keeps deleting, right?
yes.
So you again get the an empty list, right? At the end.
Again, the same. If there is of 10 elements, at the end, you'll get an empty list. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So here also we are changing the list. So this is also one of the side effect.
This list, which position, madam? Actually, you are telling the first line or second line. Which line you are telling?
No, I'm telling in general. Let's say there is a list with some elements, and then
Okay.
I'm using as list is equal to rest of list.
Okay. But just you're not
I'm
you're
not
not just
taking
checking
any
with the,
examples.
okay, then it is okay.
This is
Yeah,
just the general
yeah.
form.
Every time it will be elimination will be there. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
I thought maybe you're comparing with this existing code. That's no.
No, 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 no. Okay, so now there won't be any side effects. Okay, so side effect in the sense of, I'll just take this overlap code. Okay, now tell me, either any of the list is getting changed here?
L2.
Repeat.
L2, right?
Okay, how you are saying the L2 is keep changing?
Yeah, because you are taking the y equals first of L2, right?
No, it not changing.
While y
Y is
equals
equal to first of L2 means it will not remove the first element, no? We are just checking what is the first element.
Yes, yes.
okay.
We are just checking it, not removing.
How about the sixth line? What the sixth line implies, people?
Then it will
If
change L2.
Exactly. L2 keeps changing because of the line number 6. There I have mentioned as L2 is equal to the rest of L2. So the every time the first elements keep deleting and we are checking with these rest of remaining elements.
Yes.
Is that clear, people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this will say it as a side effect. Okay, I'll just explain from the starting. Yeah. So in this, the list 2, that is the second list has been modified, which is said to be the side effect. So how to rectify this side effect? I should not alter the L2. So what can be done to do that step?
repeat your question at once.
Let's say in this case, the list L2 keeps changing, right? Is there any other
Yes.
way to stop this L2 being altered? I want the L2 to be L2, but I have to do all these process without altering L2. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am. By removing the line. No.
No, we
But
cannot
in the
remove it.
11th line, we can use it. We can use L2. Remove the rest of L2.
Which means the whole list becomes an empty, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because anyway, in 6th line also I'm altering, in 11th line also I'm altering.
Yes, ma'am.
But I want to do the exact process. But I should not change the L2 list.
List. Not getting, ma'am. Not getting.
Okay. Let's say I have given you a bag. Let's say it contains 10 and 5 and then something like 3 and something like 4 and then 1. So I want to add, keep it in a size like 1, 3, 4, 5 and 10. I want this to be like this. So how will you do this?
Okay, I'll sort them out, right?
Yeah, how will you sort it?
Yeah, I'll check every element with the every other element, and
Hmm.
if and I'll compare them. So if the second element is greater than the first element, I'll put it in the first. I'll, for instance, I'll begin with 1.
Okay.
So I'll begin
So
with
let's
this.
say here,
Yeah.
more precisely, I have to swap these two positions, right?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So can I be able to straight away swap the positions in that bag? So we'll make use of a one more bag, right? Yes.
Yes.
So I'll insert 1, And then I can make use of one more bag also. Let's say I'm inserting 4, then I'll insert 3. So 4 is I have to kept here, and then I have to remove 3, and then I have to remove 1. So I can make use of a one more bag, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you able to understand this thing, people? Yes. So similarly, here also, instead of doing the process with L2, I can take a copy of this. Let's say I'm just keeping the L3. So L3 has to be assigned with L2. And after this, instead of L2, I can use it as L3. So L2 will never be changed. Is that clear?
Ma'am, repeat what happened?
Okay, let's say I have to swap this process, right? So I should not disturb this L2. Then what I can do is I can make use of the one more bucket in which I can be able to swap the elements.
Okay.
Similarly, the L2 is assigned to L3, and after this I can alter the L3 without altering L2. Is that clear
Yes, ma'am. Now it is clear.
to everyone?
It will be in the row of after which means middle of row 3 and 4, right? So that condition you are telling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say,
So that position, if we are inserting, then the original things it will retain.
yeah, we don't need to change that element.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see here? They have just given us my L2 is equal to L2. So L2 is assigned to my L2.
As a set, it doesn't match.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, meanwhile, you can just go through this code, people. I will just be back in a while. Yes, people, have you all go through the code?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you understand from this?
Ma'am,
Yes, what we said.
Ma'am, I have a question about, it's not related to this, it's about the quiz too. Is it okay if I ask? Hello, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Ma, you can ask now. What is the issue actually?
So I passed my quiz one, I qualified. So quiz two, the portions will be from week 1 to week 8, right? For quiz two.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
You can just check the grading document as well, Ma, so that you'll get a better understanding of it.
Okay, okay.
Just a couple of questions. So in the else part, in the first else part, so when we're looking to my L2, so the my L2 is the list L2, right?
Yes.
And Y is taking the first element of that my list
No,
of that.
no, that is in Y. That is in Y we are taking the first element. And my L2
Yeah.
contains the remaining elements. Because after that I have to take the first element and then I'm comparing with this two. So the first element, whether the first element is equal to the first element of Y. If yes, like they are checking whether the Y is less than the X. If yes, they have to check for the
Your voice very low, madam.
Am I audible now?
But not like earlier.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, how about now? Am I audible now?
It's a very low volume.
Still.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute.
Maybe your mic positions.
Yeah, yeah. So how about now, people?
Now your
Yeah, it's better
No.
than the last one, but
Early.
yeah, it's better
Okay.
than last one.
All right. I'll just increase my volume, people. Yeah. So I was telling about this little low still. Okay. All right. So
No,
coming
now
to the
it's okay.
steps.
No, now it's okay.
Now good, now
Now
good.
it's okay. Don't
Okay.
make more voice
good.
about. Don't kill your throat.
Okay. So here, what we are trying to do is we are taking this L2 and we are assigning it to my L2. Fine. So here I'm taking the X value. So what is X? Which means it will take the first element in the list one. And then here, whatever is the first element we have got, we are checking. So first element of L1 is compared with the first element of L2. That is Y. And this is of X. So we have to check whether the Y is less than X. If this condition is true, then I have to check for one more condition, that is the length of this list 2. Let's say there are 5 elements, which means the length is greater than 0. So if this condition is true, again I have to take the next element. That is the second element is taken and I have to keep checking with the same X itself. Can you see it's a loop inside a loop? So X is constant for a while. Then we are taking the Y. Y is nothing but the first element of L2. Then if I'm using rest of, what will happen? The first
Yeah.
element gets deleted.
Yes, ma'am.
So it will take the second element and that is checked again. So we are keep doing it until the process is over. Okay, if it is not less than, we are checking like once this loop is over, we are checking whether the X and Y are same. If both the values are same, we are just adding into overlap list. Then we have to take the second element in the L1. The same process has to be continued. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So at last they are returning this overlap thing.
Example, can you explain with any examples? So it's very difficult to
E-
understand actually.
Yeah, sure, sure. So let's say list 1 containing the element is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and list 2 containing the elements is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hope my writings are visible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now we are creating a overlap as an empty list. Then we have to check. So what is the length of the L2 now?
5.
Yeah, 5. So which means this condition is not true. So what I have to do, I have to go ahead with my L2. So what is my L2?
It's L2.
Which means the same elements is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 values.
Yes.
Okay, then what I have to do, I have to take y is equal to first of my L2. What
My
is
L2.
first of my L2?
3. 3.
Yeah, so now y is 2. And what is the my L2 again? It is reinitialized to,
Rest of my L2.
which means now the my L2 becomes
Which means 4, 5, 6, 7.
exactly 3 gets deleted, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 is the array elements.
Yeah.
Okay, now it will check. So what is the x value?
X value now 3.
Uh-huh. Y
L1.
is 3,
Oh,
right?
1.
Yes,
1.
so now the x value is 1. I have
Yeah.
to take. What is the y value? Y value
Y value 3.
is 3 is less than 1.
No, false.
If this condition is failed, do I have to check this condition?
Mm.
Take L2 length. L2 length means 4.
No, it's already
Actually, there is
false, right?
not.
This is already false,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, if this is false, no need to check with this condition. You can
Yes.
stop the looping.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will come to this step. So what is, it will check whether x is equal to y. Is the condition is true?
No, here also not true.
Because 3 is not equal to 1. The condition fails again. So what has to be done? It will take the second element. What is the second element here?
Second element 2.
Yeah.
2.
So what is the my list value here? Okay, yeah, x value is 2. And while of, what is the y value so far?
3.
Yes. Is 3 is less than 2?
No, false.
So what has to be done?
Then the equal it will check. That
Yes, it
also
will check whether 3 is equal to 2.
that
No, the
also not
condition failed.
false.
So what has to be done? I have to go ahead with the next x value. What is the x value now?
Then it is 3.
Yes, if it is 3, what has to be done is I have to check. While of 3 is less than 3. Is this condition is true?
No, false.
Okay, so it will not proceed further. Here it will check whether 3 equal to 3.
Here it is true.
Yes,
is
the
true,
condition
yeah.
is true. So in
Yeah.
overlap, what has to be added? X or Y?
Overlap X has to add. So
Yeah, X has to be added. So now the overlap containing 3 as its element. Okay, what is the X value now?
X
Now
value 4.
It's 3.
4, no?
Okay, now
4.
while of, what is the X value? Sorry, what is the Y value here?
3.
Is 3 is less than 4?
Yes.
If the condition is true, what has to be done? We have to check for the length. So
Yeah,
what is the length of this my list?
my list is 4.
Yes. So 4 is greater than 0. So both the conditions are true. So what I have to do, I have to take y is equal to the first of my L2. So what is the first of this my L2?
First of my L2 3.
First of my L2.
First of my L2 now 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's 3, right?
Yeah.
It's not changed yet. So how
Yeah.
about my L2?
My L2 4, 5, 6.
No, we have to take rest of, right? 1 minute. 3 is less than 4, yes. Condition is true. So y is equal to first of my L2. Okay, so what is the my L2 value? It's 4,
Yes,
right?
it's 4. Yeah, that's what I was telling. So it's
Yeah,
not L2.
y,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Y is 4. What is the my L2 value now? It's
5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Now what I have to do, I have to check. That is, because the condition is true, right? So I have to keep checking it. What is the value of y now?
Now 4.
Yeah. So I have to check. Is 4 is less than 4?
False.
Yes. If the while condition is false means I have to stop this loop and I have to come to this step.
Yeah, it's
Is 4 is
true.
equal to 4?
It's true here.
Yeah. So what I
So,
have to do here, I have to add it in the overlap.
yeah.
Previously it is 3.
3.
Now
Now
4
it's
is
4.
also added.
Okay.
Okay. Next time it will take. What is the x value now?
X value now 5. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
5.
it's 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
And y log. What is the y value so far?
So far it's 4. Now we need to take 5.
No, it's still 4, right? It's 4 is less than 5, we need to check. Is this
Okay.
condition is true?
True. False. True.
No,
True. True.
It's true.
Yeah,
What
true.
is the length of this my L2?
3.
Yeah, which means 3 is greater than 0. So
0.
both the conditions were
True.
true. So what I have to do, y is equal to first of my L2. What is first of my L2 now?
5.
Yeah. So then my L2 becomes
Added to the overlap.
6 and 7. No, we have to
Ah,
still check, right? Is 5
okay,
is less
okay.
than 5 condition. So the condition fails, then we'll add it to the overlap. So now the overlap containing 3, 4, and 5. This is the conclusion. Is
Okay.
this clear,
Okay.
everyone?
But here, what is actually overlap actually? So I understood the
Common
that
elements.
common
Common
elements.
Yeah.
5 also is there, right? 5 also, okay.
Yeah, that is also
3,
added
4,
here, right?
yeah, 3, 4, 5. Okay, okay, got it.
What are the duplicate elements are there in both the list have been caught. It's like that.
Okay, understood. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. So here the thing is side effect in the sense of we are altering the L2 itself. Instead of changing it to my L2, if I straight away use it as L2 and cut the L1, something, sorry, cut the first of L2 and rest of L2. If I do it like that, what will happen? I'll lose the initial list of L2, right? That's still true, right? So to avoid that only we are using this my L2. Is this clear,
Yes, ma'am. It's getting
everyone?
yes, ma'am.
So now going ahead with the activity questions of this. Okay, undesirable side effects can be avoided by suitably modifying the pseudocode. Undesirable means
Ma'am, which we are not wanting.
yes. Let's say I don't want the list. After that, I'm not going to use in the sense of you can be able to modify the pseudocode also. Like by modifying the pseudocode, you can be able to get the altered list. So here the answer is true. And how about the second question? When it will create a side effect? Yes.
Ma'am, B and C, I think.
B is sorting the list and deleting. Okay, that's it.
Wait, ma'am. Ma'am, D also.
Dictionaries as well. And updating a list or dictionary.
Yes, ma'am, D.
Yes, perfect. If I update also, like previously we have used list of, right? So by that way we are updating it, which means nothing but you can delete it, or if you are adding also, that also will create a side effect. And then sorting the list. Initially the list may have in any order. If we sort it, that will create a side effect. So these will be the answers. Yeah. So is week 8 is clear to you all people?
Yes,
So week 8 is nothing but, can anyone give the summary of this week 8?
ma'am, I haven't started it.
Any volunteers?
So firstly, so in first couple of lectures, like the first two lectures, we tried to find the common the elements in the dictionary, and
Okay.
which we tried to do by binning.
Okay.
And in the next set also we tried to in the next example of like the stores data set, we also tried finding out the same.
Hmm.
And we
Okay.
also discussed the possible uh, side effects which are which can be present in the given pseudocode.
Yes. So how to avoid the side effect then?
Thing new bin.
Yeah, we are
Yes, by creating a copy of this, we can be able to avoid it. And
just one
also we have
question.
this. Yes,
Just
yes.
one question. Like, can just making a copy of I mean, just duplicating it would be enough, or we need to, if say we have been given list and then we are need to say we have some elements of that list being swapped. So and then we wanted to have another list in which we wanted to have that list in ascending orders. We need to sort out these things, right? So we need to sort this list in a given way, right?
If you sort also, we are changing the original, right?
Yes, yes.
So still, we are changing it, right? So anyway, the original gets affected. So that is also not possible. We have to take a one more list, and in that you can sort and you can do whatever the process is required. Okay. And one more thing is we can give so in previous lectures you might have seen only the dictionaries. So here we have discussed the list as its values. Okay, is that clear? Everyone? Am I audible,
Yes,
people?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so this is all about week 8 people. You can just go, you can try this practice assessment and grading assignment. We can just discuss in the later sessions. And do you have any doubts so far?
Week 7, I go the activity question. I go doubts are there. So can I
In
tell?
week 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can proceed. Yeah, tell me in which week it is?
What?
I
One
mean, in
second.
which activity?
1 second, madam. So okay. 7.3. The first question.
1 minute, it is taking some time to load. Yes, what is your doubt in this?
So here actually, uh, I selected the option list of both keys, values, and dictionary order at which a key is sorted. But it's
Okay.
telling first is the option.
First option is the correct.
Uh, but
Okay.
we are when doing it will be ordered manner only. We are in dictionary we are appending, right? So adding the keys, right, with the values. So
Yeah, but the order can be different, right? I think they might have in previous iterations, they would have changed it. Changed the, yeah. Can you see here? We are getting Rahul 92, Clarence 73, and Ritika 89.
okay.
And so if I want to extract the Rahuls, it will be of 92. So they are reading and they are storing the marks. So the question is about, they are asking what does keys of chem marks represent? So keys in the sense of it is completely the keys, right? They will not have the values, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that they have
Yes.
mentioned. And in order which the key is stored.
So it's only give the keys of
Yes.
chem
It can be
marks.
of any order also.
No, here, but it will be ordered that what is the way we ordered, that is the way only it will give, right? And can you show me that one, that the video example? So
Yeah, 1 minute, I'm sorry. This is iterating through the dictionary. Okay, so they are storing the chemistry mark of each student. So each student is the key and chemistry mark is their values.
Mm.
So M is equal to the chemistry mark of them. Yeah, whenever we give a key, we can get the values here.
Here that random access also I'm little bit confusing. So they're telling so uh, so it will be give the uh, random result, or it will be such every list every keys and the finally it will give. What is
Okay,
the
you're
different
talking about,
both?
okay,
Yeah,
random
that is also
access
one
in
question is
this.
there. Yeah.
Okay, so random access in the sense of let's say I have a list is, sorry, let's say we have a dictionary as 3, and I have some list of elements, and 4 I have some list of elements,
Okay.
and 5 I have some list of elements. So this is dictionary. So in dictionary, how
Mm.
to access a particular value? Let's say I have a key, so using which we can be able to access it, right?
Mm.
Let's say if I have to find the value of 5. So what I'll do, I'll just give us dictionary of 5.
But
So
yes,
by this
correct.
way, I'll get the values of the values of that.
Dictionary 5,
Yeah,
key 5.
let's say exactly. So now let's say I have a list named 1,
But here
2.
this is that program inside it will search one by one only, right? From the order.
Wait. In the list, let's say. Yeah, if I have given the looping to check, I can. But here, random access is also possible, right?
Yeah. So if you
But in
go,
case of list, will you be
mm,
able to access it randomly?
no.
Here, I have to iterate through each and every element.
Oh, okay.
So if I have to get the position value also, I need to start from the first.
Mm.
And then I have to keep working till the element I need to get.
This is for the list.
Yes.
For key
So can you
directly we
see
can
here?
do dictionary and key and it will give the value.
Yeah.
But that particular program also when explaining they explained every the order manner it will be checked, and whenever the key is matched then the result will be as a return value. So but
Mm.
inside program it will be go by the order only, right? But
Yeah.
for the random access directly we can give, and that code we can get the particular value.
Yes.
For the list it won't be possible. That only
Yeah,
the
list
things.
keeps a
So
sequence of
yeah,
values.
we need to substitute values in I and we need to increment the I. So like that
Yeah,
we
if
can
it
get.
is of an indexed one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So for this, for the questions, they're asking related to only the key chem marks. So that is the
Yes.
reason lists keys of chem marks means all keys it will be listed.
Yeah, because the keys of ChemMark in the sense of it will just give what are the keys are there.
Okay, but
Do you
when
remember when we are using looping also for I and keys of ChemMarks? I'll extract the values and we'll try to do that, right?
yeah, but we combined with the value only. We worked out, right? Um,
Yeah.
so here it will only the list of keys only. So value it won't give. That only
Mm.
the point, right?
Yeah.
But what is when it then what question that last option will be the option?
So here, if they have given what the ChemMarks dictionary represent,
Mm,
which means it is a list of both the keys and values. By using values of ChemMark, I can be able to access the values in that.
okay.
Okay, here they are mentioning that what, oops, sorry. Here they are purposefully mentioning that what this keys of
Okay.
ChemMarks will represent. That's why,
Understood. Okay.
because of
No,
this.
but for the last option, what is the question, madam? If the last option is the answer means, what is the question will be?
they have to take the keys as well as the values of the chem marks.
Okay. Okay, they need to ask in the questions value and keys. Okay, understood.
Yeah. Or else it can be of what the dictionary represent.
Oh,
Then
so
we can say it consists of
keys
both
and
the keys
values.
and values.
List of keys and both keys stuff. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
And one more question. It is, I think, fourth one, madam. Fourth one. Uh, I, I, I thought 5 and 6 also it's a wrong answer, but it's telling it's correct. So here 5 and um, yeah, 5 and 9 also I'm thinking wrong, but here it's telling no wrong. So here if is key sum marks x dot city down. So from the key sum marks key, it's okay city for x dot city down. It's checking it's the keys existing key it's available or not, right?
Yes, if the city is not a key, what it will do is it will add the city and then the max mark. If the city is already present, it is adding their max marks.
Mm.
Whatever is the previous value. Let's say previously we have a city named Chennai.
Mm.
So previously the Chennai was not there. So now I'm adding it to the dictionary. Let's say the person has scored only 48. So 48 will be added now. Let's say the next person is also from Chennai.
So
He has
here
scored 94.
mm,
So what I have to do is 94 has to be added with this 48 and the total value has to be replaced here.
okay. Okay, understood. Okay, so instead of directly calling that name, they're putting x dot city town. So that is only the difference.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm taking that card's city, town, I'm checking. It is like that.
Got it, madam. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. People, do you have any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. People, if you have no doubts, you can wind up the session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you, people.